That big question that almost every immigrant have been asked: would you go back to your home country?
From lottery scams to social media scams.
Has doubled, tripled. Like, America is not the best place for living.
Say what you feel for say. Come here, say what me feel for say. Say what you feel for say.
Me love Jamaica, me not sell out. Them try clip we wings, somehow we can't fly out. But when we there, yard, nothing nice like Jamaica. Roast breadfruit and banana.
Hey guys, welcome back to KeneishaSays. Now, if you're new over here, welcome. My name is Keneisha, and on this channel, we speak about basically things that you're scared of talking about. I'm your mouthpiece for that. I also do home decor and regular vlogs with my kids, my family. It's all about being real, building the vibes over this page. So I hope you enjoy. Please go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't already liked, go ahead and like this video before you even start watching. Share and drop a comment. Today, as already seen the topic, I'm here to really talk about that big question that almost every immigrant have been asked: would you go back to your home country? Now, I was very hesitant in doing this video, not because I'm scared, but because I really don't want to send a wrong message about my country. I'm a die-hearted Jamaican, for y'all who does not know. I basically migrated to the US roughly 8 years now with my family. It was never, put it this way, I did not have it in my intention to actually come to the States to live, right? That was never in my intention. However, my husband and my first son actually came here. That was the hardest decision that I've ever made, to make my son actually leave me. He was 6 at the time, turning 7 in a couple months. And I regretted it at the moment, or after he left. But then after that, I was happy that I did it, because America gives you a better opportunity, especially for kids. But in any case, I was still not thinking about living here, even though my child was here, because in the back of my head, I can always just pull him back to Jamaica at any point, right? Anywho, fast forward, my husband, baby father at the time, actually came back. He visited every year. He came down, insisted that he was not leaving until we got married. And so we got married August of 2012. He actually sold me the big picture of coming to the States. And, my dream, or one of my dreams, were always to be a host on some form of TV show. Because I always just fascinated with it. I still haven't seen that dream yet. I still haven't done it. But I guess I'm a host of my own damn show. So, hey, that happened. But yeah, it was hard for him to sell me that dream, because for me, I just wanted to visit the States and go back home. Visit the States and shop and go back home to my family. I got pregnant in 2014. I had my second son, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. So we started the whole filing process, and in 2015, I migrated to the States. Now, when I got here, my husband and I always have this conversation, as in, would I go back to Jamaica to live? After everything, will I move back home? No, mind you, I already had my house in Jamaica. So it's coming here, starting a brand new life and everything. It was hard. I didn't have my family. It was just me and my husband and his family and my sons. So it was very hard starting back from scratch. And my answer to that question was always, hell yeah, I'm going back to Jamaica. I have my family there. I love my food. I love my culture. I love my roots. Die hard to Jamaica, at heart. So there is no way but us stay far. I have to go back home. So when I build my foundation here and I get my kids all sorted out and I get everything that I need to get, then yeah, I'm going back home. I'm going to finish what I need to finish. I'm going to make sure my family is good, and I'm going to go back home. Would you go back to Jamaica? No, right now, with everything that's going on. And the reason why I said I hesitated in doing this video or even answering this question on a public platform is because at no point in time, as I said before, I want to highlight not going to Jamaica or make Jamaica look like the worst place in the world, right? And what we need to understand is that, yeah, there's crime, and there's crime everywhere, right? But Jamaica is a little dot on the map. It's so small. I'm currently living in Connecticut, and Jamaica can't fit in a Connecticut. Like it can literally fit in Connecticut. So for sure, it's that small. So when you have crime in Jamaica, it's more concealed, right? It's more tightness. Like it look like the whole world. Like it's so small. So when you have a couple crime or stuff happening, because the country is so small, it look like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And I'm not excusing the crime and violence at no point in time. But when you compare that to a state like Connecticut and see where you have like Hartford always having crime.
We're taking a closer look at crime rates in the capital city. A record number of illegal guns were taken off the streets. The city also saw an increase in the number of homicides.
You have Bridgeport.
A shooting that killed 2 men in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Like all those, like they're singled out. You get what I'm saying? But Jamaica is just Jamaica because it's so small. I see a lot to say. We all have crime, but it's just how small the country is, right? But the crime has magnified over the past years. I've been here almost 8 years now, as I said before, and what I've left Jamaica as, the country that I left there, is not the same anymore. The scamming has increased. The crime has doubled, tripled. Like
From lottery scams to social media scams. This evening, we hear the shocking stories of 3 women who have been scammed online several times since the pandemic. A September to remember, but not in a positive way.
The police are reporting that almost 150 persons were murdered last month.
Price of food has increased so much. It's just very hard to live in Jamaica. And so what happened? Common sense, you have to do the maths. When you have no food and you have no money and stuff like that, you push the crime. And that is something that I hope that this actually pushed towards the Prime Minister and the House of Parliament, for them to understand that any opportunity Jamaicans get right now, they're leaving, because there's no way to survive in Jamaica. I went back home in 2022 for my birthday, and to be honest, I was scared. I was scared to go back home to my own country. That's ridiculous. Why? Because if you have on a gold chain, whether it's gold plated or not, they're gonna pick it off of your neck. They're not take off your necklace. Like, they're gonna take off your watch. You can't use your phone in public. It's ridiculous. Like, you have to be hiding everything. Like, you cannot prosper living in Jamaica without people feel like you show off or a bad mind. You know, it's like there's always so much hate towards you when you try to elevate yourself. And the petty crime has increased, where people shoot you over your own things, right? So when I went back home, I was scared, just walking in the street and stuff like that, you know. My answer to that question has changed drastically. I have my house in Jamaica, but my kids don't really want to live in Jamaica. My oldest son, he's 19, and he doesn't have any dreams of living in Jamaica. He wants to visit and stuff, but he doesn't have any dreams of living in Jamaica. My younger kids, again, don't really know Jamaica like that because they've been here so young. My youngest, my daughter, was born here. She doesn't know Jamaica. We haven't gone back since she was born, which I need to go back there. But in terms of living, majority of people who actually go back to Jamaica to live, people take set on them. People target them, right? People target them thinking that they have money, thinking that they're rich, because they come in and start building houses and stuff like that and settle, and in no time they die. Because, you know, you're coming from America, so you're rich and have money. Nobody thinks about the struggle that you have to struggle to get where you need to get here. So for me, to be honest, at this point, with how Jamaica is running, would I go back to Jamaica? No. I would not go back to Jamaica to live. I would go back to Jamaica to visit, but not to live. And to be honest, I really want to take just all my family members up here for them to live as well. And don't get me wrong, America is not the best place to live either. If you come up here, you have to hustle the same way, but there are way more opportunities to keep your head on your body. And I've accomplished so much since I've been here versus what I've accomplished in Jamaica in my 30-odd years living in Jamaica, right? And I came here in only 8 years, and I've accomplished so much so far. I'm very proud of that, and I'm grateful for the opportunity that I was able to get in this country. Never ever 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 sell out Jamaica, and don't this video twisted. I am not saying Jamaica is the worst place in this world. I'm never saying that, right? We still have our great tourist attraction. We're a beautiful island. We still have beautiful people and stuff like that. But visiting and living in Jamaica is two different things. And living in Jamaica, you really don't get to enjoy what Jamaica has to offer, because you're busy working and paying your bills and doing all these things. When you leave and go to a different country to live, and it doesn't even matter like whether you live in Jamaica or you immigrant of different countries, I guess it's the same thing, because it's the reason why you moved to the States, right? Or you moved to Canada or some other country. It's a reason for that. So I say all this to say, your country is not the worst place. Like my birthplace, Jamaica, I will fight for my country. I'll go hard for my country every time. But at the end of the day, you still have advantages and disadvantages of every country. And my country, unfortunately, is a crime right now, and the high cost of living that pushes people to crime, that pushes people to want to leave the country, that pushes people to want to get opportunities anywhere else but their home country. But us Jamaicans, we are very, 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 very proud people. And no matter what it goes, we don't always fight for a country. Trust and believe. Ask any Jamaican. We are very proud people and we fight for a country no matter what it goes. No matter if World War III that happened down there, yeah, we're gonna fight for our country. But thinking maturely, because I have kids and I have a whole family, I would not, at this point, how Jamaica is running, would not move back to Jamaica at this point in time. Some people ask sometimes also, like, to compare Jamaica versus America. Like, why would you move to America and then talk about Jamaica like that? You cannot compare America and Jamaica. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Jamaica is a beautiful country by itself. The people, the food, the culture, right? Totally different thing. That's my roots. That's where I was born. That's where I was brought up. That's what I know. It has its own benefits and advantages. America, on the other hand, is a first world country with more opportunities. It's like, put it this way, it's like leaving middle school to go to high school. Like, we know that we have accomplished and did everything that we needed to do in middle school. We have outgrown that middle school and we now have to get different heights, different education to go somewhere else. So we move from middle school, we go over to high school, and we get all the knowledge we can get there, and then we have to move up again to college or to wherever it is that we want to go in life. That's how you need to think about immigration. We love our country and everything, but we have outgrown it because of what is going on. We have to move on to better ourselves, and that's where we migrate to different countries. That's where I migrate to the US, to Canada, whatever. And trust me, you still have people going back home because, you know, there's no place like home. But after you have established yourself in these different countries or these different entities and stuff like that, then it's up to you to make your decision if it's worth it staying where you are or if it's worth it going back home. Some people, no matter what it going, they will go back to their country. And I'm not saying that I'm dead ass right now, just gonna say I'm never ever gonna go back to live in Jamaica. But at this point, just because of what's going on, I'm gonna go back at this point in time. But it doesn't mean that I will never ever go back. You get what I'm saying? But just with what's going on and how drastic the crime and violence is, and just the fact that Jamaica is so expensive, is super expensive right now. Even going to visit, you have to make sure you have a good amount of money in your pocket. Like, it's no joke. And then the scamming is just a different level, right? And we have scamming everywhere. The scamming is everywhere. So it's not like it's just Jamaica, but it's just that I can only speak of what I know. And it doesn't stop me from visiting, but I have to think about my kids right now. And just for that reason, and for the benefit of my whole family, I would not move back home. But I would definitely bring everybody that I know up here for them just to get the opportunity. And if it's not for them, it's not for them, and they go back home. But yeah, that's just how I feel about that. So guys, go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about all that I've said. Are you an immigrant? Are you living in another country? Would you go back to your own country? Drop a comment below and let me know if you agree or you don't agree. And it's okay if you don't agree. I'm here to speak my mind. I'm here to speak the truth, my truth. And we don't have to agree. But let me know what you feel about this whole conversation, this whole topic. Maybe this can help somebody else as well. And I haven't done any KeneishaSays in a very long time, so I'm going to use this opportunity to say, KeneishaSays, be proud of where you come from. Still instill your roots into your kids as much as possible. If you're able to get the opportunity to better yourself, to better your family, go ahead and do so. There's no crime in doing that. It's okay. It's okay to love two places at the same time. It's okay. Alright guys, don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And until later guys, bye.
Smile for me, Jamaica. Say what you feel for say. Come here, say what me feel for say. Say what you feel for say.